baby.
Hey, Jim. How you doing? Well, today we're going to be talking about the beautiful Bluebird FC31 motorhome. It's a 1978. I've been working on it, and it looks like my glasses are crooked. I sat on them the other day. I've been doing some sewing. I've been making window coverings, and today we're going to take it for a drive. You can see I got my sewing machine out. I've been working on the table here. And look at that. It's here at the house. And let me show you what I've been making here. I've been making the window coverings. And not the final window treatments, but more like storage covers. Like you see here on the door. They just snap on. And they are a blackout material and then a suede, and they make it completely dark inside. Ooh, spooky. Well, almost completely dark inside. I haven't finished fixing that yet. I'm still working on that. But I got these covers all done. I got the mattress in place, the new mattress, and I started working on the water system. The water system had leaked out, and I filled it up, and it leaked out to where there was only like a quarter of a tank left. And I thought it was the tank. I thought it was the pipe somewhere. And when I started looking into it, I found a little secret panel. Let me show you. So in the back, in the bedroom here, down beside the bed, I found this little panel here that when you pull it open, it's got these 4 controllers, and each one of them is a drain controller. So a couple of them were open, a couple of them were not open, and they are run by like a cable, so everything is very stiff. But as I played around with them and I exercised the valves a little bit, each one of those has 2 cables attached to it, and the cables go to a little like a lever type valve, and the cables were stiff, the valves were stiff and a little bit corroded. So I got in there and lubricated them just a little bit and exercised them a bit and got them to open and close. Turns out that the drain, 2 of the drains on my water system were partially open. So far, I've been able to get, I filled it up to 3/4 of a tank, and it's held. It's been 3 days, I think, since I put it to 3/4 of a tank, and it's held. It dripped a little bit, but now it's not dripping anymore. Still holds 3/4 of a tank. I haven't been able to figure out the hot water heater yet. I see a big circuit breaker in the closet that says hot water heater, and I've had it here at the house, and the best I can do here so far is just plugging it into a 120 volt 15 amp circuit, which is not enough to run anything in here. It's and the battery charger still doesn't seem to be working quite right. I do have a 240 volt 50 amp outlet here at the house in the garage, and I need to get a the right adapter so I can plug into the 240 volt that I have here. But even when I was in 240 volt up at the storage lot, it still wasn't working. The battery chargers didn't seem to be working properly, so I still have to look into that. But the best news, and why we're going for a ride here, let me show you what I found. You might remember 2 videos back, I was whining about not being able to get this bus registered in California. Behind this little desk here, I'm going to pull it out in a couple seconds, there are the plates mounted on the bulkhead, identification plates. They talk about the axles, and the VIN number is on one of those plates. Well, in the state of California, they want you to have 2 different places where the VIN number appears. And I called Bluebird, and Bluebird said it would be above the driver somewhere, which it's not, or in a door frame, which it's not. It's not in either place. So while I was putting in these storage covers and this windshield cover, I'm still working on it. It goes on from the outside. I've just barely started fitting it, so that's not how it'll end up. But when I was putting this storage cover in, snapping it in place, and I noticed, wait, what is that? Oh, well, you probably can't see it, but it's another VIN plate. So there it is. That's my second VIN. So I should be able to drive over to the Automobile Club of Southern California and get my registration and my license plates for this thing right now. So I'm going to take off all the nifty window covers, see if I can fire this thing up. We're going to drive it over to the Auto Club. Hopefully, cross your fingers, get new license plates for it. I fired up the propane system even, and the oven worked fine, the stove worked fine. I started playing with some of the heaters, and it seems like those are mostly electrical. Haven't really found a gas heater so far, but I was able to make the refrigerator run on just propane. So the battery says when I push the button on battery condition, it's got a choice of low, fair, or good, and it's displaying low. So let's see if it'll even start without me putting my external jump start battery on it. Okay, crazy hard to get in this chair. Oy. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see if we've got enough oomph to start this babe. Let's see. Okay. That sounds alright. Battery is showing at less than 12 volts, so this might not go so well. Let's see. I'm letting the glow plugs have a chance to warm up, and I'll be really surprised if this starts. Well, there you go. This bus always surprises me. It always starts right up, even when I think the batteries are dead. Okay, well, I gotta let it run for a little while and build up some air pressure, and then we're gonna go for a ride. Let me go unplug. We've been running about 5 minutes or so. You can see my air pressure is up to like, I don't know what that is, 90 pounds, 95 pounds, something like that. Low air pressure light is off. Auxiliary step light is off because it's retracted. The safe line switch and lights are out because I've unplugged it. Everything looks good. All systems go. So I guess we're about to drive this beast. Whee! Okay. You know, there's only two pedals, and they're both on the right, and they're both shaped exactly the same, and they're very close together, so it's kind of tricky. I have large feet, like 13, kind of wide, and that's size 13 in the USA. Anyway, when I get my foot down in there, it's kind of tight, and it's real easy to not get the brakes, and it feels like the gas pedal, because they're both shaped like the gas pedal. A little tricky. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm on the brakes. I'm releasing the parking brake, and we're going into drive. Oh boy. You'll see I also put up a nice convex mirror on the right there. And we're off. I have my seatbelts on, and this steering wheel is enormous. Okay. And air brakes do not work the same way as hydraulic brakes. They're kind of grabby. That's all right. Okay. I am going to give her the beans here. It looks clear. I think after this guy, we're gonna jump her. All right, here we go. That's it. Like I said, 0 to 60 in about, I don't know, a couple of minutes. Okay, wasn't smoking too bad. Nice. We're gonna go to the auto club and get our new license plates with any luck at all. This thing's kind of scary to drive, especially with just one hand and manning a telephone. I think I'm gonna put you down for now until we get there. Okay, people are idiots. They love to cut in front of this thing and at the very last second at a signal and slam on the brakes. You folks should know, don't pull in front of a semi or a big old bus and slam on your brakes. Idiots. Anyway, almost to the auto club. I sure hope their parking lot isn't too crowded. Yeah, that was a no-go at the auto club. So here I'm sitting out in the parking lot of the California Department of Motor Vehicles, waiting for them to either tell me that I cannot register this in California or that I can. Auto Club wouldn't do it, even though I have the 2 VINs now. Now they suddenly say they need to see some sort of a emissions sticker, or I don't know what they're talking about, and also a federal, some sort of federal something plate. I don't know either. Bluebird said it was that black plate on the bulkhead up there, and they accepted that last time at the auto club, but this time this new woman looks at it and says, well, that's not a federal plate. So here I am at the DMV, which I've been sitting here for about 25 minutes, maybe almost a half an hour, and they had me park off to the side because I don't fit underneath their stupid little awning, and they don't want me to stand over there in line, but it looks to me like they're taking other people before me, so no one probably wants to come deal with this stupid bus. They've probably been down this road before. But we'll see. At least it's driving nice, and I'm getting used to driving it in town traffic because it's real tight around here, and I had to back way through this parking lot in order to get over to where they wanted me to park, through do not enter signs and all of that. And I gotta put a backup camera on this thing because it's pretty sketch backing this thing up without a camera. Anyway, come on, DMV. Ooh, well, that was an adventure. I'm back over at the auto club, and I just went in there and I got a new registration, a new license plate for that cargo trailer that I still have to bring over to the house and turn into a car carrier. But I got a new plate for that, and here's the most important part. I got California registration and California plates for the Bluebird. Hee, finally. Boy, California didn't make it easy. Actually, I should say the auto club didn't make it easy. Usually the auto club makes it so easy to do everything, and the auto club wouldn't do anything. And when I got over to the DMV, the guy comes out. I mean, they made me back all over that parking lot to get it into the right position for them, where they were happy with where it was parked. And then once I finally got it where they liked it, they let me sit there for a while. Then the guy comes out and he starts doing the inspection. And he's like, oh, well, you're going to have to go to the highway patrol because there's only one VIN plate. And he was talking about the one up by the window there, which I just found. And I said, well, no, there's the one by the window, and then there's one on the bulkhead. He's like, uh-huh. And I point out the one on the bulkhead. And he's like, oh, okay, good. He signs off on that. And he's like, okay, I need the some sort of federal safety plate and an emissions plate. And he made me open the engine compartment here, and then he says, you know, those plates are probably in the front can you open the engine compartment from the front? And I said, well, yes, I believe you can, but it's all held shut by like 40 bolts. And I don't have a tool set to unbolt all that stuff right now. I mean, I can come back with tools if I need to. And he said, yeah, don't worry about it. And he just signed off on it, handed me the paperwork, and he said, there you go. Thank you, Mr. DMV guy. So I came running back over here, got my license plates. Now I'm going to go home, get out my toolkit, and put on my new California plates. I am definitely getting more comfortable driving this thing. Just this little, 7 or 10 miles that I just drove it in traffic, I'm getting way more comfortable with it. I'm getting way more used to how it turns. And now that I've got the convex mirror on that side, I can kind of keep an eye on the curb and stuff when I'm making right turns, and I'm getting more used to the way it handles. So yeah, and I got to practice backing up today. Woohoo! Everybody kind of drives like an asshole when I'm driving a bus. Why does everyone have to cut in front of a bus? I know I'm going slow, but geez, I can't stop much faster than I can accelerate. And remember, my brake pedal is shaped like an accelerator pedal. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they make it a different shape like in a car? I guess there's not enough room down there, but oh well. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Goodbye, old Oregon plate. Hello, new California plate. I'm gonna have to save this old worn out plate for my garage wall. All right. Now we're official. Right. California plates, baby. Oh, wasn't easy, but we got it done. Hey, I'll work on more stuff soon, and I'll let you watch. Thanks for watching.